Hello, I'm Ozzy, and welcome back to our survival world. In the last episode, if it wasn't for the fact that I'm standing right next to it, I probably would have forgotten because it's been about 3 weeks since I last recorded. We were building a house. We were following our plans to establish a new base, and this was as far as we got, which is pretty nice. I'll be honest, I got to recording. I finally uploaded the first episode. That's a good start. But I finally get to recording the first episode, uploading the first episode, and I go, damn, I should probably get back onto recording as well. So then I can keep a healthy balance of getting distracted by uni and then remembering that I'm back on YouTube again. But then as I was getting everything set up, I'm like, wait, what did I do in the last episode? Because I've done a lot of recording. I haven't done a lot of editing. And so, like, I've only edited up to episode 3, which is a bit concerning, but that's okay. We'll go get more stone. I've only edited up to episode 3. And, maybe we'll go over here. And so, I've forgotten so much. Like, I didn't even realize. I thought we'd started building a house, and that was about it. Also, apologies. Oh, hi there. Apologies if you hear some light construction going on in the background. I happen to be living right next to a place that's doing construction. I don't really know what to say. I've got my goal list right there. So I assume we'll just keep working on the house and maybe start zhuzhing up the surrounding area. I think that'd be a good idea too, to do a bit around and about. I may quickly grab this. Please tell me it's more than just one. Yay, it's 2. Oh my god, I was actually right. Okay. But, yes, so zhuzh up the area, finish building the house, put a roof on it, maybe do some interior, but okay, so like I probably should have made it a goal, but one thing I do want to improve on is my interior design capabilities. I wouldn't say I'm great, but I'm decent at building the outside of buildings. But then when it gets to the inside, I have no clue what I'm doing. My interiors are not as good as I would like them to be. So, should probably get on that. Also, is it? Yeah, okay, maybe let's quickly go sleep. I don't want to be caught outside with all the googly mooglies. I've been jumped by too many skeletons in this series to want to deal with that. See, what I tell you, they're already waiting for me. They know I'm here. Okay. Oh, did I bring a bed down there? Or have I only got the one? See, that's how long it's been. I don't even remember. I don't think I did. I don't know. Who cares? Yes, that's what I was thinking of. So, aside from being distracted and occupied with uni work and all the rest of it, and by distracted with uni work, I mean pulling out a group presentation literally out of nowhere. Like, I whipped this thing up in an hour or 2. And then whatever I did do was apparently so good that when we came up to present, of the 4 of us that were present, okay, bit of context. We had to read a couple of readings. This was for a politics class. We had to read a couple of readings, and then we had to make a presentation where we talk about, like, we analyze the reading and we talk about what it means for the future, yada yada. And there were 2 readings, so we divvied it up. 2 people do 1 reading. Very simple. Very, very simple, very straightforward. I did one of them, and I did both parts because I figured the other person who was doing that reading could just add or change things on whichever slide they wanted to, because then I'd be prepared, because, we're terrible at communication. I would be ready if they wanted to do either or. So if they wanted to do the analysis part, that's okay. I've got my script ready and my notes ready for the implications part. Or if they wanted to do the implications part, I've got my notes for the analysis part. But whatever the case, apparently I did such a good job that they said that I could do the analysis part because they didn't really understand what I had written. Okay, valid. Even though I failed to see. Whatever. They left it to me. And then they said they'll do the implications part. And they just read what I'd written, like, word for word. And I was like, oh, okay. I see how it is. I couldn't really care less, though. I've given up trying to, be the police on that sort of thing. Yes, it's him pretty much reading my... Yes, it's him pretty much reading my work, but, like, I can't be arsed, bro. Like, I love uni, don't get me wrong. I love studying what I love. I love, some of the people I've met there are incredible. I've made some really good friends at uni. And uni is just, like, so chill compared to, like, high school or all the rest of it. However, I just can't be asked going, bro. I can't be bothered. I'm too lazy. Maybe not too lazy. I'm just too tired, honestly. And, like, some of these classes, ugh. I've skipped so many classes. And yeah, it's like, why would you skip classes? You're paying for them. It's a waste of money. Yeah. So what? If I'm paying for it, then I'll do what I want. And I don't know, like, it just gets tiring after a while. And, like, I did say that I've met some fantastic people and, I've studied in classes that are just incredible. But there have also been some nonsense, bro. Like, there are just some people who just... Oh, my God. Ugh. And some of the classes, too. Like, snooze fest in these classes, bro. It's shocking. To be fair, that is a pretty... It's not that bad. What was I even talking about? Yeah, so group presentation, I did good enough to have them read my notes, and that was good enough. And then the other half of that has just been playing music. Oh, I'm so cooked. The jazz part of the music and arts degree is starting to get to me, because each jazz semester is cut up into your tech semester and then your your performance semester, essentially. So at the end of each semester, you'll either have to do a technical exam or a performance. Easy. However, this semester for tech work, we're doing some pretty chopped things. And they're already... Okay, they're not bad. Like, they're already pretty intense on their own. But my teacher is trying to push me to do some really bonkers stuff, which is good. It's important to push and to, expect good things, yada. Like, I get it. But at the same time, broski, I'm dying over here. Like, okay, so one of the songs we have to learn how to play it, how to improvise over it, and we need to learn the first chorus worth of solos of John Coltrane's Giant Steps. So we need to be able to play Giant Steps, we need to be able to improvise over Giant Steps, and we need to be able to play Coltrane's first solo. Giant Steps, for the uninitiated, is known as one of the most difficult jazz tunes. Period. Like, just period. And so I'm already struggling because it's a difficult tune. But then my piano teacher, he's just like, okay, but do more. So I finally with his help, I finally figure out comfortable chords to practice so that I can play it with harmony and it sounds good. So, what was it? Just the first little bit. There. That's like the first, what is it? 3-4 bars, not even. And so I go and I do the rest of the tune like this. And I think, yeah, I've got it roughly figured out. I'm sure he'll correct me where he thinks I could improve, and then we'll get to work on learning how to improvise over it. I show it to him, and he does correct me where he thinks I could improve. He does change a few of my voicings, yada yada. But then, he goes, okay, now relearn the entire tune and use none of the same chords. Really? Really? You're doing this to me? And so, like all good things in life, I procrastinated and I've put it off because I don't want to deal with that. Look, I know that that's like a bad work ethic and you're never going to learn if you don't try, yada yada yada. I get it. Heard it all before. But like, come on, broski. I need your help, not you telling me to start at square one again. Like, I understand the intention. The intent is that by starting at square one, I will develop such an in-depth knowledge of the changes, like the chords, the changes, and how the harmony moves, that I'll become Coltrane himself. And I'll just evolve into a state of superhuman being, like this other level of consciousness, where I truly understand giant steps. And I get that. However, I went to him asking for help with the chords and voicings because I was already struggling trying to play this thing. And so I don't want to go back to square one. I finally got somewhere where I think I could actually feasibly learn it in time, and you want me to go back to square one? Really, broski? And then another tune we're learning that we have to learn is Chega de Saudade. I think that's how it's pronounced. I don't know. I just know it's Chega de Saudade. It's a beautiful bossa nova tune. If you haven't listened to it, highly recommend it. I'm a bit of a, I don't know, one of those old farts who's just like, the first version's the best. But Antonio Carlos Jobim's original, I'm pretty sure that he was the first recording of it. Whatever, his cover of it is sensational, so check that out. And then if you want something beautiful that's a bit more quiet, listen to João Gilberto's cover, because that's just phenomenal. The way that I've been explained, like bossa nova, if you want all the songs, you go to Jobim. If you want how to play them beautifully, you go to Gilberto. That's more or less how it's been explained to me. That João was the guy behind all the magic, and Jobim was just the guy who made them all. I don't think that's entirely accurate, but for the purposes of argument, we're going to say that it works. Let's just say for argument's sake. God. But yeah, I come in and I'm like, hey, whoa, hey. I'm trying to yap about my woes at uni and ruining my vibe. You know, I don't have a bed here. Alright, back to the base. Anyway. Yeah, so I go to him, I'm like, alright, I have not done as much work as I should have this week. Okay, I'm not as prepared for good old Chega. However, I would like to work on it with you anyway. So he's just like, all right, that's fine. I'm going to quickly go, I'm going to run to the bathroom. You quickly touch up on it, see how far you can get now whilst I'm gone, and then play it for me, and we'll go from there. And so I play it for him. And, it was nothing crazy, but it worked. It was the song. It was a simple enough cover. And he looks at me and he goes, okay. And so he starts giving me advice. And at first it makes sense. But then he starts pulling out and you could do this, and you could do this. And I'm looking at him and I'm death staring his hands because I have no idea what this man is playing. Or what he's talking about for that matter. Like, he's just going on. And he's doing things. I'm like, broski, I haven't even learnt the tune and you're pulling this on me. I understand, jazz is the art of improv. It's the art of, extended harmony and beautiful resolutions that people, they listen to and they're like, what the hell is that guy playing? I get it. But my God, bro, can you chill? I'm trying to catch up to you and you're not letting me. It was a struggle sesh, man. It was an absolute struggle sesh. And I'll be honest, I don't remember a thing he showed me. I'm seeing him tomorrow. At least at time of recording, I'm seeing him tomorrow. And I cannot for the life of me remember. Because, okay. I understand that back in ye olden days, they didn't have the luxury of... What's it called? They didn't have the luxury of sheet music or all the rest of it. They just had to listen to it or hear it, and they just had to figure it out. I understand that. I'm completely aware that is the case, and I'm also aware that by proxy means that you got to learn it at some point. And practicing your oral skills, being able to learn things just by listening to them, is a very important skill to have. I am completely aware, and I fully agree with you. However, I struggle with that. I'm not very good at that. And so, problems arise when I'm struggling to understand what you're playing, and I ask you to show me and to explain what you're playing. And your 1,000 IQ move is to say, just watch my hands. Yeah, I've been staring at your hands the whole time, and I don't understand what they're doing. So can you explain it to me? But just watch my hands. Bah! Yeah. Okay, I was about to say that he's a good guy, but I've had so many issues with him in terms of getting a hold of him. This broski does not read his emails. I've tried, oh my God, the amount of times we've had issues because I've emailed him, he's never responded, and then he's emailed me saying, oh, where are you? And I'm like, dude, I emailed you a week ago saying I wasn't going to be here. Yeah, oops. Yeah, he is a interesting specimen. Let's put it that way. No, that's rude. He's very talented, and he knows what he's doing. And like all great jazz, just anyone who plays jazz, it's important that you listen to them and that you let them explain, yada yada. I understand it all. It's just I have issue with him. I have issue with him because he expects a lot. He doesn't explain anything. You can barely get a hold of him. And I do not flourish in such conditions. I need someone to explain to me what's going on. My best work, the best things I've ever learnt have been because I've sat down and spent hours analysing stuff. That's me at my best because I've had time to sit with it and break it down and try and understand it. Or I've watched a video or had someone explain it to me with more words than just look at my hands. Let's just put it that way. I need so much for this. Okay, I don't know how I feel about this. Maybe I don't. But then how am I going to... Okay, hang on. I need to stare at this. Hang on. Okay. Because I want to put the roof on this, right? I want to put a roof on this. And one of those fancy medieval... I don't know what the technical name for it is, but it's the one... The technique is you go like up with a stair block, and then you put a block and a stair on top of it, and then you repeat this cycle. So it's a lot, I guess, higher of a triangle, if you will. I want to do that, but it's not... that doesn't look right. No, I'm getting rid of this. Something about that does not look right. Such is the nature of all things in life. Trial and error. Look at me getting all philosophical. Yeah. I love how I went on that tirade against my piano teacher, all to explain that, yeah, I've been a bit busy with uni. Bless his heart. Like, he's a nice person, and we have our chuckles and our cahoots, and we have our, he's a good person. It's just that his teaching style just does not suit me. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I think we need more stone brick. Or should I... Okay. Here's the sitch. I could keep this in this sort of palette, if you will, and do stone bricks and then maybe cobblestone stairs along, right? Or I could do stone bricks along and surround it and outline it with deep slate. Problem, I need to get deep slate. And I don't really want to do that. Not with this stone pickaxe anyway. And because, like, I know I've got iron, but I don't have enough to go crazy with it. I think for now, let's get more cobblestone first. Let's get more stone. Let's smelt some. Let's get some stone bricks going. And we'll see how it looks. The whole reason I've recorded so many episodes in advance is because of uni. Because as I suspected, and as I was right in suspecting, when uni started, I did get a bit swamped. And so it was nice, even though I only started uploading, well, at time of recording now, well, I guess on Friday the 27th, if you will, it's been good to have this, like, in the background. Something that I've just had there, ready to go, aside from the whole fact that I haven't edited half the episodes. But it's been nice to have them there, just in case. Makes my life a lot easier. Although, to be fair, I think this was the point I was trying to get to. I've had all these things on for uni, but at the same time, I've been doing, like, diddly squat. I pulled that group presentation out of nowhere. And then it seems like every other day of the week, I'm just going, hey, you guys free? You want to go grab lunch? Hey, you guys busy? I'm not doing anything. And they're like, no, dude. Whoop. It's like, no, dude, we're swamped as hell. We're super busy. We're behind on everything. Maybe some other time. And I'm like, okay. So I've just been sitting on my butt doing nothing. Well, I've been sitting here thinking about how much I've got to do. Just not doing as much as I need to do. Yes, I know how to play this game. There we go. Okay. Yeah, we'll stay out. Who cares? I know the song says don't mind at night, but, like, I think we'll be alright. Okay. Yeah, I've been doing so much nothing. And yeah, I could have recorded in all that time, but then, like, why would I? It would interrupt me doing nothing. So who wants to do that? To be fair, I am blessed in that regard. I am fortunate enough, aside from, my ailments with piano, I am fortunate enough to be the type of person who it just sort of clicks. And so assignments and presentations and all the rest of it, like, I have the power to pull it out of nowhere, which is why I'm so lazy. It's because I can. And that's good, but it means that it can be a bit difficult to match that energy when, for example, a few of my mates, they need to study and to focus for it to really sink in. So, yeah. It's a blessing and a curse. Some of that suffering from success sort of thing, you know? But it's not all bad. I mean, with all this freedom and with a birthday gift I was given, able to see The Great Gatsby performed as a ballet. Oh my days. Okay, so for starters, love The Great Gatsby. Period. What a story. The book is mental, and the movie of like the 3 or 4 that have been made, obviously the one with DiCaprio, the funny haha meme, where he's raising the glass, yada yada. There it is. Okay. It's a beautiful movie. The book is so incredible. Having said that, watching that as a ballet, holy shit. That was insane, seeing it performed as a ballet. The music was just incredible. It was a mixture of, like, classical tunes and jazz tunes, and they were all arranged beautifully, and oh my god, there was original stuff. Oh, it was just sensational. I know I felt like a real nerd when I started hearing, at one point they played Gershwin's Prelude number 2 for piano, and oh my god, that thing is, oh, uh-oh, I hear that, nope. Come on. Okay. Alright. Yeah. Despite me completely forgetting in the first episode when I was listing off how one of the goals is to build a base in, like, all different styles of, building, like Gothic and all the rest of it, I completely dropped the ball. I forgot that the name of the style of what was around in, get out of here. Oh shit. The shovel will kill him. Oh my god, I swear to... Okay. It finally happened. Get out of here. Finally! Oh my god. I think he must have had 1 billion health, bro. Oh god. Well, I guess it's the beginning of goal number 6. For building a graveyard every time I die. Fantastic. Ugh. Okay. Let me just recuperate. Ugh. I hate baby zombies. I hate them. Oh no! Okay. I was about to say that... Actually, no, we'll make this a pick. We'll make an iron axe. I don't want to deal with that again. I was about to say that the style is called Art Deco, and by some miracle, I had forgotten that at time of recording. It just completely slipped my mind. So, apologies for that. But yes, Art Deco. I want to build an Art Deco city, you know, big skyscrapers with all the fancy geometry, like the geometric patterns and all the rest of it. I want to do that, yes. However, I also, we'll get to this later. I also want to build, after watching the show, I want to build a very industrial area. Like, you know, covered in smog and smoke and just looks terrible. Because of that, I forget the name of it, which is actually quite shocking. Yeah, let me read my Great Gatsby program, because it's got the entire plot in there as well. The Valley of Ashes. I want to build something like that, mainly because, the way that the set was designed is they had set pieces and all the rest of it, but then in the background was a big screen or maybe not screen, but there was a big screen that had projected images on it. With, you know, all the backgrounds and stuff. And it reminded me, because it's a part of the story, but I was reminded of the all-seeing eyes of Dr. Eckelberg. And it's very dystopian. And I like the vibe. Why would anyone like a vibe of industry and all-watching eyes, like a surveillance state? I don't know. But I rate the aesthetic. Okay, where am I going to build this graveyard after being served? But okay, I think we should build our own little cemetery thing, like a little hut for it first. I think we'll go over here. Oh, because I want all this to be this base. So, we could do it there, feasibly. We could do that. Maybe over there. Yeah, let's do it over there. Okay, let's do it. Okay. And now I gotta come up with a headstone. Oh, God. So then is it like this? Oh. It is! I'm a genius! Okay, let's finish the rest of it then. I was not expecting it to make so much, but there we go. We'll put this down over the grave. The graveyard. We'll make some stone walls. Should we make a cross? We'll figure it out. Let's just bring the stone cutter with us. We'll solve all our problems. And a flower. We should get a flower. Grab two. There we go. Okay. We're off to build a graveyard. Yeah, I would ideally like to make... I want to make an Art Deco city. I want to make a Gothic city. This one's going to be pretty medieval inspired. So we've got medieval, we've got Gothic, we've got Art Deco. I'm avoiding modern like the plague. But if the situation calls for it, I guess we'll do it. But again, that's if the situation calls for it. If not, I'm not doing it. I do not like modern, all glass skyscrapers that are boring. No, I don't know. I just don't like modern architecture. I just don't like... How did we let ourselves get fooled into thinking that white, grey, and brown was an interesting colour palette? I get it. It works. But it's shit. Straight up. Like, just... It's just... I got my gripe against modern architecture. Like, I'm blessed enough to live in Melbourne, which, although it has its fair share of disgusting, shitty modern architecture, there's also still a lot of it that's been kept, you know, the most iconic being Flinders Street Station. But there's many other buildings like that that are still, that at least on the exterior, have still kept their original style. And I love that, because it looks cool. But all this other stuff is just boring, man. Okay, maybe let's do it here. Maybe like this. And then actually no, hang on. We'll do this first. I think that should be enough, right? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. Oh, no, I need one more, I think. Ooh. There's one there, and yeah, one more. Boop. There we go. And then flowers. Oh, we need a sign. Okay. Let's quickly run back to the house. I guess we could, you know, we'll run up here. Go back to the base. Be quicker. Okay. Here lies Aussie. What's today's date? 30th of the 3rd, 2026. Baby zombie. Yeah. Baby zombie. Died to... can't fit it. Ugh. Okay. We'll do 2 signs. We'll do that there. Here lies Aussie. Did I put it there? Killed by baby zombie. Yeah, that looks good enough. Put there, one there. Okay. Never again. No, we'll leave the path for now. Let's just head back to base and go to sleep. I can't believe it finally happened. I thought that I was invincible. Back to business. Surely all the stone's smelted by now. I'll be honest, I'm kind of bummed that it was at the hands of a baby zombie, because it's become a bit of a tradition that I die courtesy of, well, not die, but like, it's been a bit of a tradition that I've been attacked the most by skeletons. So if the first death was to a skeleton, I would have been upset, but I would have understood. But that wasn't the case. And I feel betrayed. What? Okay, I guess we'll wait. I really need to put some stuff down. Oh well, too late. Just wait for this to finish. Which I can do with the power of editing. Et voila! Stone. Which now I'm put all into stone brick. And we'll come back if we need more stairs. We're definitely going to need more stairs, but we'll do 14 for now. Okay, so, right. Okay. Immediately, I'm already changing my mind. was literally just to start one block further. Wow. Let me just have a quick look. Okay. I see the vision. I think maybe these go up one more and then they go across there. I think maybe that's the issue, that it was too low. So if we get a bit more of this roof done, it should fix that, I believe. There we go. And then put this all the way up. Okay. And it does. It does look good. I think I could drop it one more. I think I could put it down there. Let's try that. All right. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's perfect. It literally just had to be one block higher. Perfect! Okay, so now I can fill in the rest of that with wood, with planks. I can fill in this gap with wool, because that'll be awesome. And then I can finish the roof. I'm not going to bother with deep slate. The stone brick looks awesome. So we don't need to. But I am getting slightly peckish, so I should quickly run and fix that. Okay, let's just use some of this. Bread. Oh, look at that. Oh my god, I didn't realize the view from here. Hell yeah. Let's just avoid looking over there. Hell yeah. But no, that looks good. That looks good. That looks awesome. So let's fill in the rest with whatever. Actually. If we're being real, let's get some wool. And then we'll do it. Yeah! We should actually quickly light up this. No, quickly light this place up a bit. We'll make it look pretty later. All right. Let's see. Let's check it from the bridge. That's yes. Snaps for that. Okay, let's quickly run to bed before, heaven forbid, another baby zombie finds me. Of course. Get out of here. I think, methinks, I shall call it there for the day. Oh, I forgot about the rainbow! Yeah, it's that moment. It's that part of the video. We need to be amazed by these shaders because I'm so used to not playing with them. God, isn't that beautiful? My little house there. Oh, perfect. Anyways. Oops. There we go. Thank you all for watching yet again. Thanks for joining me. If you like this, be sure to like and subscribe, especially if you want to see what happens next. Thank you for joining me once again. I've been Ozzy. It's been a pleasure having you. Take care.